Wrestling fans, this is C.J. Bentley for the North American Wrestling Alliance. My guest this time is TC3, Thurston Cogdell III.
How we doing, CJ?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, most excellent. When you're me, you're always excellent.
Well, Mr. Excellent, what is going on with Mr. Florida?
Mr. Florida. Mr. Florida is an elusive creature, much like Bigfoot, the famed mythological one. He's disappeared, and a lot of people think that something may have befell him or that he has moved on to greener pastures. The only green he's seen is money. You can't send nobody after me and expect them to actually get there when I got this amount of money. I got so much money, make you 6 inches taller and grow hair. Look at that, CJ. You don't touch it?
I'll pass, sir. Thank you.
You will.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened a few weeks ago, and as you just heard, TC3 said that Mr. Florida is no longer going to be showing up here in NAWA, but he tossed the chain to Golden Gladiator number 2, and Mr. Florida caught it, realizing that he should have hit him with it. He dropped it in the middle of the ring and chased TC3 to the back. And apparently when they got to the back, the negotiations were made, and Mr. Florida is no longer going to be appearing here in NAWA. I wonder what Chad Bird thinks of that, Redbeard.
What could he have offered to Mr. Florida in order to get him to stay away?
Wrestling fans, this is C.J. Bentley for the North American Wrestling Alliance. My guest this time is Stuart Snodgrass.
Hello. How are you doing?
Fine, sir. How are you? You drew the number 1 spot for the Bunkhouse Stampede. What's your feelings on that?
Well, I like the number 1. It reminds me of Mr. Number 1 George South or Mr. Number 1 Cam Jackson. I don't really mind getting number 1, even though the chances of me winning the Bunkhouse Stampede as the number 1 pick is equivalent to winning the lottery and being attacked by a shark, but that doesn't matter. All I'm doing is taking that as a personal challenge, and I will be the person to win the Bunkhouse Stampede.
There you have it, folks, from Stuart Snodgrass.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the ring now with a tag team action, but Redbeard, we just found out Stuart Snodgrass, your favorite wrestler, is entering the Bunkhouse Stampede at number 1.
Absolutely, that will be an incredible challenge for Stuart to potentially outlast 29 other competitors. But right now, we've got a tag team match in the ring here as we see the combination of the New Age Villains taking on Sean Cruz and Victor Andrews.
And it looked to be like the tag team of Cruz and Andrews were arguing over who's better or who was going to start this match. They're taking on Nathan Cross, who is in the neon green and black, and his tag partner, the legendary Ryan Riley. But look, they're still jawing in the middle of the ring as they figure out who's going to start this match. I don't know if this match is officially started, Redbeard. The bell hasn't rung yet.
I don't know that I've heard the bell yet, but as you see here, Andrews and Cruz continuing to argue with one another. They're not an actual tag team here being thrown together here for this TV program, but now we have the New Age Villains of Ryan Riley and Nathan Cross being in a bad way.
They're both looking to try to show each other up and see who's the better wrestler.
Look at this. Impressive delayed vertical suplexes there, but Riley and Cross eating a couple of right hands here.
And even with the arguments between the two, they're still able to handle business.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're not handling business anymore between the New Age Villains. They're now in charge, and the bell, I think, is officially rung.
Now we're underway here finally.
Nathan Cross and Sean Cruz are going to start this match off, and we're definitely going to find out who is better, which tag team is better, not which tag team partner is better.
Absolutely.
In this match.
As Nathan Cross shoots Cruz across the ring there into that turnbuckle. My goodness.
And the New Age Villains are have been teaming together for a while. They're both still young in their careers, but they are definitely the more experienced tag team out of these two in this match right here. You know, Sean Cruz is usually teaming with Steven Idol, the Pitbull Steven Idol, as the American Pitbulls, but today he is with Victor Andrews as Ryan Riley tries to put this match away early, Redbeard.
Absolutely. Ryan Riley, a big, strong young man here. Definitely going to have, an advantage over Cruz in terms of the strength department here. But bringing in Nathan Cross, who's another impressive young man that we've brought in here to NAWA, part of this youth movement that the management at NAWA continues to pursue. And I would say to our advantage, great talent being brought in here to NAWA. Look at that.
And Nathan Cross calls himself the future, as well as Ryan Riley calls himself legendary.
We'll see if that moniker actually works out in his advantage, but look at that.
Snaps his neck. Going for the cover. Not looking too happy as Nathan Cross here, as he's in charge of Sean Cruz early on in this contest.
Cross thought he had something to work with there, but he's going to find out that Cruz definitely is a veteran of this area. Now trading blows here.
Just choking and ripping at the face of Mr. America, Captain America. He loves America. I'm not sure what his nickname is. I just know Sean Cruz loves America. And he loves his Pitbull tag team partner, but he's here.
Look at that.
Back kick right to the face with
Nathan Cross showing his ability and athleticism and getting around this ring. In for a pinfall. 2 count only there. Cross getting frustrated though. He's got to maintain himself here and not let that youthful exuberance get over on him here. Cruz still in a bad way though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
You watch them every week. You cheer and boo them at the live shows. Now you can support your favorite NAWA superstars by dressing like them as well. Go to whatforapparel.com/NAWA to buy official NAWA merchandise. Get NAWA logo t-shirts and hoodies, or choose from one of your favorite wrestlers' designs. From classic tees to all your favorite and least favorite wrestlers, there's a t-shirt for every NAWA fan. Order yours today at whatforapparel.com/NAWA. Into a side Russian leg sweep there.
I don't think Sean Cruz would appreciate you calling that a Russian leg sweep, even though that's what the name of the move is. He probably wants you to call it a side American leg sweep.
We'll call it an all-American leg sweep here. How about that?
And still not able to make the tag as Ryan Riley grabs the leg of Sean Cruz.
And then for good measure, Nathan Cross comes in there and puts a couple of heels right in the middle of the back of Cruz.
Putting the exclamation point on the fact that Victor Andrews has still not been tagged into this match legally. I'm wondering if they're going to argue over who's better now. It's looking like the New Age Villains are better than them.
Looking like it for sure at this point in time. Victor Andrews unable to do anything to get himself legally into this contest, as Riley and Cross are showing some impressive tag team maneuverability here and dominating Cruz here thus far. Now tagging in Nate Cross is Ryan Riley.
The double team maneuver, backdrop neck breaker combo, putting Sean Cruz down.
Now there's Andrews getting in there, trying to take advantage of an opportunity to put some boots across and maybe wear him out. But still, Cruz just unable to get much going here. As I say that, he's delivering a chop there to Cross. There's another one.
He's still got a lot of fight left in his heart. In this match, he's showing a lot of heart, taking a beating from these two young guys. What's he setting him up for here? Reverses right out of it. Oh, a knee right into the face.
Right in the chin.
That would put any normal man down, but Sean Cruz still on his feet.
Look at that. Cruz
catches him, throws him up with a tiger bomb. Nathan Cross, Sean Cruz has really got to get over there and make the tag to Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews, right now.
Crazy impressive tiger bomb, as you said there, Michael. Cruz has got to get to Andrews, though, if he has any hope of maintaining their opportunity to win this contest.
Ryan Riley and Victor Andrews has now officially been introduced into this contest.
Mr. Everything going to show off here now.
And he's showing the legend, or the legendary Ryan Riley, why he is everything.
Great kick there by Andrews. Now shoves Cross over into his own tag team partner.
Spinebuster.
Big time double-A spinebuster.
Samoan dropping. This is just, he's clearing house. Mr. Everything is clearing house. Oh, Sean Cruz just tags himself in after taking the beat. What in the world? Exactly, Redbeard.
Cruz now got himself into the matchup. Now they're arguing again.
Over who is better.
My goodness.
If they focused as much on who was better, they may have won this tag team match already. But here we go.
Showing a double team maneuver. Look at that. Couple of axe kicks across the back of the necks of Cross and Riley simultaneously.
And now Victor Andrews has tagged himself back into this match.
Tit for tat here.
They just can't quit arguing over who's better than who.
Now look at this now. Oh no.
They had a meeting of the minds.
Riley shoved Andrews into Cruz. And now, neck breaker.
Tagging in Nathan Cross, dropping him an elbow right across the sternum, going for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and the New Age Villains show that they are better than the team of Victor Andrews and Sean Cruz. But we're going to take it to the back. C.J. Bentley standing by with Thomas Extreme.
Wrestling fans, this is C.J. Bentley for the North American Wrestling Alliance. My guest this time is none other than Thomas Extreme. Thomas, welcome to the show, sir.
It's great to be here, CJ. I just come to find out what place I am in this rumble we got going on.
Oh, I thought you already knew.
I do not know, sir.
You drew number 2.
Number 2? I thought I was one of the boys, and they put me in number 2? That just means I got to kick the crap out of number 1 and survive 28 other men. And we all know who number 30 is. Let me tell you something, Drew Hood. We are not friends. We get paid to do a job. And right now, we're getting paid to bring home that television title. And when I've lasted all the way until you step in the ring, I can't trust you enough to bring that gold home. So when it's down to me and you, you're going over. Gold's going around my waist. And then, since I'm apparently not one of the boys, my price is going up.
Yeah, man, I gotta throw this trash away. Get rid of this trash. Hey, Lil Donnie, what you doing?
I'm digging through the trash.
What you digging through the trash for, Donnie?
Oh, my Lord.
What'd you find? What in the world is that?
Bell. I'm going to defend this. I'm the new champion.
What in the world? Donnie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just saw Little Donnie digging through the trash and picking out a belt that looked to be, there it is, that belt. That is the defunct NAWA Western North Carolina Championship that he found out in the trash. And he's about to, as he would say, defend it. But ladies and gentlemen, that title is no longer recognized officially by North American Wrestling Alliance. So I don't know how he found that in the trash can and what he thinks he's doing. But
what in the world, Mike? Did he disinfect the belt before he came out here with it?
I have no idea, but he believes in his mind that he is the champion of Western North Carolina. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the NAWA does not recognize this title any longer. It has been retired. It's defunct, and this is not a championship match, even though in Little Donnie's mind, he is defending this title. But just to give you a little bit of background on the Western North Carolina title that he is carrying, which again has been retired, it was the first champion was Big Time Ya, and he defeated James Brody, Brock Phoenix, and Miles Long in a fatal four-way to become the first ever champion before losing it to Dion Johnson, who then also lost it to the Golden Gladiator. And Dion Johnson was then reclaimed the title before it was retired after Dion became the NAWA heavyweight champion. But again, Redbeard, it's about what he felt in the trash can. He thinks he's defending it.
Why was it in the trash can, Michael?
Well,
What in the world?
The belt was retired. It's defunct. And, maybe somebody just accidentally threw it away. I don't know why it was out there. I didn't put it there. What are you talking about?
We'll have to try and get CJ on exactly why in the world one of our title belts wound up in the trash.
Well, it's not. It's one of our former title belts. We
Still,
no longer recognize
it's a historical piece of evidence as to the history of this title here.
Well, some of the
or this
greatest
company.
pieces in history were thrown in the trash, and apparently that Western North Carolina title was thrown in the trash after it was retired. But look at this mountain of a man, this Kodiak. Lil Donnie looks to be scared. He's going to be facing the Kodiak PJ Ellis in a match here. And if this was Lil Donnie's way, this match would be for the Western North Carolina title. I guess he is defending it in his role, ladies and gentlemen.
And in his own mind, I guess he can be champion here. But right now, at this point in time, I'm beside myself in trying to determine why in the world a title belt was in the garbage. Those things cost a lot of money, folks. But right
bell
now,
is rung
look
and-
at this. Oh, God.
He killed him. He killed Lil Donnie.
PJ Ellis, the Kodiak, has just killed Lil Donnie, as you said, Michael.
And the match is over. Holy Christ, the first title defense, air quotes as I say that, is lasted less than 5 seconds, Redbeard.
My God.
And your Western North Carolina champion, in his own mind, Lil Donnie, has been defeated.
This mammoth of a man in PJ Ellis is
So is he the champion now of this trash can belt?
Michael.
The trash can championship? Is that what we're going to call this now?
Let's try and be respectful of the history of that title.
I'm trying, but it was found. Little Donnie defended it.
And well, he didn't do very much in the way of defending it. PJ Ellis just killed him.
Oh, dear God. Digger still got the
Digger's
title.
got it.
I guess not possession is 9/10 of the law, so this belongs to Little Donnie now.
I guess so.
Well,
My goodness.
That was a great title defense there, Little Donnie.
Well, this must have been non-title, I guess, because he still has
No,
the
he
belt.
said he's going to offend this belt.
Oh. Digger Brown trying to help the man recover here as we've got NAWA officials trying to help Lil Donnie here in getting out of the ring. My goodness, Michael. He was broken in half there by that crazy spear by PJ Ellis.
We're going to take it to the back. CJ Bentley standing by with the king of professional wrestling, King Craig Classic.
Wrestling fans, this is C.J. Bentley for the North American Wrestling Alliance. My guest this time is the self-proclaimed king of professional wrestling, King Craig Classic. Your Highness.
That mic close to my face, peasant. Austin Jordan, I beat you all over the Carolinas. Here in Lenore, it's going to be no different. I beat you in South Carolina. I beat you in North Carolina, West Virginia, all over the place. You're just another peasant that's trying to take my throne from me, and it ain't happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, that match will be here on NAWA Championship Wrestling next week. King Craig Classic taking on the debuting A-Game, Austin Jordan. Make sure you tune in next week to see that match.
Well, I've heard from a lot of people that he's really good, and I'm ready for the challenge. But Cameron, I'm sorry. You're just going to be like everybody else. When I get that 3 count, you're going to be wondering what happened.
I'm faced to faced to faced to faced, back around to face with Adam James. And what can I do? The man's so big. He's so smooth, so strong. A little old me don't stand a chance.
Here in one-on-one competition, both men looking to get the win and continue to move up that ladder. Again, Adam James keeps calling out NAWA management and the heavyweight champion wanting that title shot. Sometime down the line, he feels like he's going to get a fair shake at it.
What do you think?
Oh,
Look at that.
cheap!
Oh,
Wow,
God.
that's not very characteristic of Adam James.
Not
Throwing a
at
cheap
all.
shot. Both men finally back to again breaking the eyes is Adam James. Going to that fisherman suplex. He put Wildman James Gordon away with this, and he puts Cameron Jackson away with that fisherman suplex.
I'm supposed to be a tag team with Leo Pride. You know, he's a great up-and-coming superstar here in the NAWA. The problem is I can't count on him. The last match that I had against Cam Jackson, he's paying more attention to the crowd and Cam after the match than he is there to support me.
Cool Breeze, we've been hearing that Adam James will face the Burke County boys alone.
He won't.
He won't, so what do you have in mind?
I have, for his partner tonight would be no other than Cam Jackson.
I think I'm supposed to say how upset I am. I think I'm supposed to say how mad I am. I think I'm supposed to say I don't like this. But Adam James, viable competitor, does not need to cheat, decided to cheat. Poked me in the eye and walked out with a victory. I have to team with Adam James.
When did wrestling change to where I can't pick my tag partner?
All the stuff is in the past. I will worry about the finger poke of betrayal later.
We were questioning, could Adam James and Cameron Jackson work together after Adam cheated in their singles match to work together, but they are doing it here tonight. And now look at the teamwork. He's going to hold the big man in place so Adam James can implant that super kick on the Big Donnie and they can advance.
He's loading up that boot.
Look at that. Oh, dear God. He just kicked his partner, Cameron Jackson, right in the face. What's Adam James? He's getting out of the ring.
Adam James didn't even try to save Cam Jackson there. What in the world?
And the Burke County boys have moved on, and Adam James stabbing Cam Jackson right in the back.
No. Adam James dropped me again.
And I told Cam that I would have his back as long as he had mine. Well, he didn't do that. And so when I left him laying tonight, everybody's like, oh, Adam, you've changed your ways. I haven't changed anything. Cam, I told you in the beginning, you stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours.
What's this? Amp's got the championship. He's gonna hit Adam. Oh, he ducks. Adam catches him. Adam James is calling him out, and he's walking out. Amp Dominic is leaving ringside.
Tonight, we're going to see how godly he is when he steps in the ring with what's truly next to perfect.
Adam James hooks Amp Dominic. Fisherman suplex off the top. 2, 3, we got a new champion. Adam James has defeated Amp Dominic. And for the second time, Adam James is your NAWA heavyweight champion.
Adam, don't forget about me.
His face got in the way of my foot.
Adam, it's me.
And I cannot constantly be surrounded by guys that cannot even hold up a simple tag team match.
Adam,
and if you have a problem,
it's me.
Take a number and stand in line.
It's not a game anymore. Adam, you forgot, but you might as well remember real quick. Because if you don't, I have no problem refreshing your memory. I'll see you soon, Adam. Just remember that.
And the winner of this match will be the #1 contender for the NAWA Heavyweight Championship. He's got him Afro Shock. He just hit him with the Afro Shock. Black Toad Splash. 1, 2, 3. And Cameron Jackson is now the #1 contender for the NAWA Heavyweight Championship.
I was just informed that I will be defending this prestigious championship one more time against Cam Jackson.
Adam.
You've proven yourself to be a worthy contender, and I have no problem defending this championship against you. But the true #1, Mr. George South, will be that special referee. And he, along with all the fans and yourself, will know that at the end of the night, I am next to perfect.
I don't care if it's George South, Larry North, Gary East, or freaking Don West. It is I versus you, you versus me versus he, and Adam, you, your title, your life, your soul, your career is trapped in the ring with...
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw what's led to this match between Adam James, the NAWA Heavyweight Champion, and the #1 contender, Cameron Jackson, with the special referee, George South, and the blood feud, the hate between these two men is just being fueled even more by the NAWA Heavyweight Championship being on the line.
Wow, what a big time feel this match has to it, Michael, as you have there the NAWA Championship on the line here in this matchup, but also the legendary George South in the ring as the special guest referee to oversee this contest.
Well, TC3, for some strange reason, appointed George South the special guest referee of this match, trying to help George out, he said. Maybe he said that if George does his job the correct way, he might could earn his spot back here in NAWA after being cheated in that loser leaves town match months ago here on the program, Redbeard.
Absolutely. And once again, folks, if you are just now following us here on NAWA TV on YouTube, please go back into the archives, see what we have done in the past, and follow us here on the program as well by subscribing to the channel. We appreciate your patronage and for being fans of us here in NAWA. And now we see our brand new champion, Adam James, on his way to the ring.
This is his second title defense, as you saw just a few weeks ago, defending it for the first time against Leo Pride, his former tag team partner. But man, I tell you, the tension between Adam James and Cameron Jackson, it goes back a long way. Adam stabbing Cam in the back and months ago cheating him out of his singles debut win here on this show was Adam when he raked the eyes of Cameron Jackson. But now a lot's changed since that's happened. Adam is the heavyweight champion. Cameron Jackson is the #1 contender. And these two are about to lock horns for the first time since all that's went down. And the biggest prize in NAWA is on the line as well, Redbeard.
Tremendous crowd here on hand for this event to see this tremendous matchup between Mr. #1 and also the #1 contender, Cam Jackson.
Whoa, wait a minute. Mr. #1 is standing right there with the black and white stripes on him. That's Mr. #1 George South, to get it correct. That is #1 Cam Jackson. How dare you insult another individual, another legend in this business, Redbeard?
I think you've given me a correction every time we've gotten together to do commentary here recently, Michael. I appreciate that.
If you would get your facts straight and pay attention to the product and know that this is one of the biggest matches in NAWA history right here, right now, before your eyes, the hate between these two, it's been building for months, Redbeard.
And it's very visible there in
Adam James,
in the face of Adam James there. You can see just how much he is intent on defending this belt.
And that's what it's all for right there, the NAWA Heavyweight Championship. Cameron Jackson looking to take it off the hands of Adam James, something that he recently obtained for the second time after defeating Amp Dominic, who was undefeated up until that point here. And we haven't seen Amp Dominic since that loss, Redbeard. But
absolutely,
again, this has got a big match feel to it here. Cameron Jackson taking on Adam James.
This is an intense stare-down type moment here. Look at this. Getting in each other's faces. Look at that.
And again, there's a lot of history between these two going months ago. They met for the first time in a singles match, and Adam cheated by raking the eyes of Cameron Jackson and getting the win. And then they were partnered up as a tag team when Leo Pride was unable to compete. And Adam super kicked Cam right in the face and just left him laying for the Burke County boys to pin him. And now we're here. Cameron Jackson has been waiting to get his hands around the neck of Adam James.
He's gotten a fist into the gut there of Adam James, taking advantage early on of an opportunity as James was getting back in the ring. Now look at that, trying to rake the eyes. There he is, James getting an advantage on the #1 contender here, taking apart that left arm.
And with George South in the ring, they're trying to eliminate any backroom dealings, any underhanded tactics. They want to see this match. NAWA officials want to see this match end clearly with a winner, with a clear-cut winner, since it has such a big match feel to it.
Absolutely. Anytime you see the NAWA Championship on the line, you would like to think that this would be a match where we could avoid any interference. But we'll have to see how things break down here as this match continues on. Both men getting a feel for one another as we open up things here. George South, I don't think we could ask for many of the people better than him to be in command of this matchup, Michael.
Well, again, George South was appointed as special guest referee by TC3, and that new mystery owner of NAWA, who we still have no idea who it is, why they bought into the company, and we still don't know their identity, but they have appointed George South as special guest referee. And again, if he does his job correctly here, he may get an opportunity to be back as a member of the roster here on NAWA Redbeard.
It could be for sure, and quite frankly, so long as the check's clear, I'm fine with whoever the owner is. But at this point in time, Adam James showing his strength advantage. As we say that, now look at Cameron Jackson getting an opportunity to break down with his own headlock there. But Adam James was definitely showing off a strength advantage there over Jackson. Now,
and we talk about Adam James and how he earned the heavyweight championship. Cameron Jackson earning his spot in this match by defeating Johnny Ryder and Mike Livy in a three-way match for the #1 contendership. Both men belong here. Adam James with a leapfrog. And Cameron Jackson with an arm drag, a very deep arm drag, taking Adam James over and right down to the mat.
Great form there by Jackson, taking him down to the mat and now wrenching away at that shoulder. Adam James saying he's not ready to give up. As you were saying there, Michael, that matchup still fresh in my mind. The no DQ match between James and Amp Dominic. Crazy matchup there, and it really proved what the NAWA heavyweight title means to so many of these competitors.
And Adam James arm dragging, but getting rolled right through by Cameron Jackson, and they're back where we started with Cam Jackson in control of Adam James.
Absolutely, and I think Adam James may be getting, I'd say, a surprise here, Michael, by just how much Cameron Jackson has brought to this matchup so far. Stomping him right in the chest there is Jackson.
Well, that match against Amp Dominic and the match against Leo Pride has shown what Adam James will do to do what he will do to keep the title.
Absolutely, he has shown a bit of a change in terms of his demeanor, I'll say, Michael. James has always been a very, I'll say, rabid competitor in terms of his willingness to get in there and fight, but there's been some change in terms of what he's...
Oh, a stiff right hand right across the jaw,
and that's,
as Cameron Jackson comes off the top rope, and that's the change you're talking about, Redbeard.
Exactly, that's the evidence of what we've been talking about here. And now, as we've seen him do numerous times here recently, dropping that knee pad down and just going to put a knee right into the forehead.
Almost becoming a trademark maneuver of Adam James in each of his matches.
Look at this now. See, this is I'll say, bit of a mean streak we've seen evolve out of Adam James here as he is getting frustrated with not being able to put away Jackson, maybe.
It's been evolving for over a year in his quest to win the heavyweight championship, feeling disrespected by NAWA management, and then basically turning his back on everyone who had his back in Leo Pride and Big Time Ya and Cameron Jackson. But whatever he's done, he is now the heavyweight champion. He's won the title in his conquest to get to the top. He's there now, but he's definitely having his full match here against Cameron Jackson.
The road has led us to where we are here now. Jackson putting some elbows into the midsection, I should say, of Jackson. Look at that big kick, though. My goodness.
And every time Cam Jackson gets control of the match, Adam's there to cut him off and take it right back.
Now, somewhat lackadaisical cover there. James not really willing to put too much effort into it as he reapplies that knee brace and knee pad. Time to get back into business here, maybe. Now setting up Jackson is Adam James. Got to snapmare him across the middle of the ring.
He's whipping his neck right back and going right into a crossface.
Look at that.
This could end the matchup. He's not too close to the rope, but he's not too far away. Can Cameron Jackson wiggle over and grab that rope?
As our ringside camera crew brings you this tremendous action.
Adam James is yelling at Cameron Jackson to tap. And in this match, he's getting closer and closer. Oh, wow. That. How smart of Adam James to roll that move right to the center of the ring and putting Cameron Jackson in a dire situation here.
James showing you just how much of a ring general he is in having the awareness to back both of not only his body but also that of Cameron Jackson's through that roll into the middle of the ring where he cannot reach any of those ropes at all.
And if he wants to win this match, he is going to have to crawl and scrape and fight to get to that rope. That's the only way this hold's going to get broken unless he taps out and ends his dreams of being the NAWA heavyweight champion here, Redbeard.
Well, Jackson's neck is going a direction it is not naturally intended to go. Look at that. James just applying all kinds of torque, but now finally able to get to that bottom rope.
And George South in command of this match, getting Adam James to break that hold right away.
Adam James has done a tremendous amount of damage to Cameron Jackson, and you have to wonder what more is it going to take to put away Jackson at this point in time.
The damage specifically to the neck and shoulder area, as Adam James has applied that crossface, snapped his neck.
I've got him lined up for almost a football-style punt there.
Right into the ribs. And now George is asking Adam to have a little bit cleaner of a match, but Adam's going to do whatever Adam has to do to contain it. This is uncharacteristic for sure.
Look at this, Michael. He's got his wrist tape, and now he's using it to choke the man. This is completely out of line with what we know of Adam James.
Doing it clearly out of the sight of George.
There you see the wrist tape that Adam James pulled off there and choking Cam Jackson, now in for a cover. 2 count only, says referee George South.
Can't believe the actions of Adam James here in this match, but I don't know why I'm surprised. We've been seeing this evolution of the new Adam James over the last year, especially the last several months and matches he's had.
Now look at this. You see that mean streak, Michael, of Adam James just talking down to Cameron Jackson.
And again, he'll do anything he can. Oh, a jawbreaker from Cameron Jackson. He's still got life left in him, not dead yet in this match.
Big attempted clothesline there by Jackson. Now another one.
Both men going to put everything they have into getting the victory here tonight. And a cross body block from Cameron Jackson. Only gets a 2 count though, Redbeard.
George South in for the 2 count there. Cameron Jackson.
Super kick.
Oh, God. Big butt time offense there by Cameron Jackson.
Now looks like he's up to the top. He's calling for an elbow drop. That's not normally what we see out of Cameron Jackson off the top rope, adding to his repertoire here tonight to get the win.
Look at this great camera angle here as he sets it up.
Flying elbow drop to the sternum. Can he get the cover? Could that be all? Will we see a new champion if he can get the pin? Cameron taking his time to make the cover.
He may have inadvertently knocked himself loopy there, but now look at that. Wherewithal, the ring general that Adam James is, rolling out of the way of that pinning combination by Cameron Jackson.
Smartly rolling out of the way. We've seen him do that before. He just did it against Leo Pride in his first title defense.
Now Cam Jackson's got to try and figure out what he's going to do next year to try and get the victory, to try and claim that NAWA title. Now look at Adam James. Series of kicks and knees.
Hit him with a big knee, shoots him off with a power slam.
Wow.
And that could be the end of Cameron Jackson and his dreams of being NAWA champion. Oh, but it's only a 2. Only a 2 count. And George is having to explain to Adam that he only got 2 after that power slam.
Cameron Jackson showing the intense wherewithal he has to maintain the fighting spirit to get out of that pinning combination after that huge scoop power slam by Adam James.
Which man is going to walk out of here NAWA heavyweight champion? The hate between the two has been building for months. Cam has been waiting and waiting to get his hands on Adam James as they stand here and trade blows right here in the center of the ring. The NAWA championship is hanging in the balance here. Who is going to walk out? And Cameron Jackson hits him with the Afro Shock.
Out of nowhere, Michael, the Afro Shock.
That usually sets him up for the Black Toad Splash, Redbeard, and if he connects with that, we will be having an after party at the Marriott with the new NAWA champion. But he's taking his time getting to the top. Again, if he can connect with the Black Toad Splash, I think we're going to have a new champion, Redbeard.
He was struggling just to get to his feet there, and now he's trying to get to the top rope. My goodness.
He's calling for it. He's calling for it.
Jackson's starting to teeter on the top. There he
goes. Black Toad Splash connects. George has got to make the count. 1, 2.
What?
Whoa, wait, the bell just rang.
What the hell?
George was about to end the match. TC3 rang the bell. What's going on?
TC3.
George is going over to find out what this goof just did that for.
What is happening? TC3 rang the ring bell.
He was about to hit the mat for 3. We're about to have a new champion. TC3 saying George doesn't know what he's doing. So he did it for him.
What in the world, Michael? What does TC3 think he's got going on here?
Cameron Jackson thinks he's won the championship.
What is this? Thomas Extreme now out here just bludgeoning Cameron Jackson. My
A member
gosh.
of the Carolina Cartel, led by TC3. Thomas Extreme is putting the boots to Cameron Jackson. Oh, Adam finally back to his feet, telling him to get out of here.
Adam James sending Thomas Extreme away, but the result is already there, though.
Is this match over, Redbeard? What's going on? The bell rang. Nobody has technically won this match.
I don't know what's going on, but we're trying to get clarification here, Michael. What?
Adam James asking George South if this match is still going on. George saying, yes, this match never ended.
The bell rang. What? I mean,
Can we get some clarification? Adam James even asking.
He doesn't know what's going on either.
Yes,
but now
yes, George said yes, it's going. Fisherman suplex.
There you have it. My gosh, Michael, what is going on here?
What's going on? Adam James is still your NAWA heavyweight champion.
But under what scenario, Michael? What in the world has happened here tonight?
We're going to have to talk to George South. We're going to have to talk to TC3 and kind of get an explanation as to why this match, well, the match wasn't over because nobody won. So George restarted it, and Adam is still
But at the command of
the champion.
He restarted it at the command of TC3, though, Michael. And the match, the bell rang at the command of TC3 as well.
Well, we're going to have to get some answers here in the coming weeks. But next week here on NAWA Championship Wrestling, you're going to see the debuting Austin Jordan take on King Craig Classic. And in your main event, oh boy, your monster Montana Black's going to be taking on Big Country. But let's go back down to the ring. Cameron Jackson finally getting back to his feet, wanting to know what's going on. I think he believes he's the champion. He should have won. Well, look at here. We got a sign of respect between two guys who hate each other.
I think Jackson still wants to know what in the world has happened here, though.
He's looking to put this behind him. Wait a minute. Adam,
oh, no. Oh, God. Big-time spine buster there by Adam James. What in the world, Michael?
And again, the evolution of Adam James. He's telling, wait a minute.
Look at this now.
He just told all the fans that they can stick it up their rear. He's the champ.
This is the result, Michael. This is the change we've been talking about. Adam James that we have known is now this Adam James.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you here next week. My God, holy Christ.